Heavy, grilling and chilling with my
Alright
dad.
guys, welcome to Hanging with Heavy, Grilling and Chilling, brought to you by BoatLoans.com. For all your marine financing needs, please visit BoatLoans.com. Alright, the striper run has started in New Jersey. Winter's over. Officially, the spring runs have started. So a friend of mine caught some stripers yesterday. He caught them trolling and jigging right out front of the Ferris wheel. So we got a nice half of a striped bass we're going to work with today. We're making it simple. We're going to make it with a little bit of peppers and onions, some fresh ginger. We got some garlic, lime, and a touch of basil, and a little bit of butter. And, just a simple pan seared, and then finish it off with the sauce. And we're going to put that over some pasta. So we're going to get everything diced up. We're going to start that. We're going to brown our fish a little bit. And then we're going to add all of our chopped ingredients, hit it with some lime juice and butter, and then we'll finish the fish in the sauce. Real simple pan sauce. Simple and easy. We're making our dredge flour. We're going to add a little bit of black pepper to that. We're not going to add any salt because we'll do that to taste for the sauce. But I'm just putting some basil and some black pepper, mixing it in with the flour, and then we're going to trim up the our striped bass. Take all the dark meat out. Just gives it such a, dark meat's it's not really good for you, and doesn't have a great, flavor to it. It's real strong, so people that have a little bit of, don't like a strong flavored fish, you want to get that dark meat out of there for them. All right, cut it right down the middle. Get that dark meat out of there. Over here. Take a nice angle so you're cutting that dark meat out. Don't want to dig too much. I just dug too much. But didn't do too bad. Ain't got too much white meat on there. Now they said these fish were full of sand eels, but were skinny from a long, not that it was a long cold winter, but they burn a lot of energy and they need to fill up, get moving for the breeding season. So you keep a little bit of dark meat's not gonna be too bad, but we're gonna cut on a bias so that they grill, so that they saute up nice and even. So make medallions. Nice striper medallions. It's got our oil, a little bit of oil on our pan, starting to get it hot. It's got that nice little sheen. It's getting hot. Got our flour. We got our fish. We also, what I didn't say earlier is we got some stock. We got some chicken stock that I want to use for the sauce. So I don't have to make. I don't want to make the sauce like completely buttery. So we're gonna use some stock I have put away in the freezer. I think next time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna freeze them in some smaller containers so I can just thaw out little bits at a time. So our oil's just starting to smoke. I want to get it really hot and dredge them in flour. I could have made them a little bit bigger pan here. I should have, but one hand wet, one hand dry. Shake them off a little bit. You're just going to start to brown them. Getting a sizzle. Try to keep one hand dry. You don't want to get one hand all clumpy like I just about did. crowd your pan. Starting to get a couple of the smaller pieces browned up. Do a flip on them. A little golden brown, just a little bit of flour. They're not really heavy dredged. You don't want to overcook the fish. Fish is so easily overcooked, and one of the biggest mistakes you can make with them is overcooking them. It'll dry out quickly, lose some of its flavor. You can see by the way where I cut this fish, makes it nice even, so everything cooks pretty thorough. And really just a little bit of flour on here is just for the fish to thicken up the sauce a little bit. We're going to add our onions, our ginger, and our garlic to this in a moment when all the fish comes out. Stuff browned up, just what happened is what we wanted to happen. The oil dried up, the flour kind of soaked it up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add our onions and get them to brown down. And then we'll add in our ginger, garlic, get that nice and cooked down. A little hot, we're going to turn the pan down a little bit. Kind of dried up a little bit more than I wanted, but get these onions nice and brown. Heat that up. Everything's diced nice and fine, so it's not going to take long for this stuff to cook. Just don't want it to burn. Quick pan sauce. Ginger. Garlic. Oh, you can smell all that coming off of there. It smells so good. Got our pasta in. What we'll do is we'll hit it with lime and thin it out with a little of our fish stock. Nice and pretty, a nice smell to it. It's cooking down well. The trick I want to show you, I've showed it before. Before you cut your lime, take your lime and roll it, make it soft. It'll help pulls all the meat off of the inside of of it there, and then we'll you can get all the juice out of it. Alright, let that come up to simmer a little bit. Just brought it up to simmer. We're gonna add a little bit of butter to it. Kind of just melt some butter in, then I'm gonna put the fish back in just to smooth out the sauce. finished. I'm actually going to shut it off. I don't want it to simmer. There you go. One pan, pretty much a one pan chilling and grilling, hanging with heavies, brought to you by boatloans.com. For all your marine financing needs, please visit boatloans.com.